And welcome back to Officer Oil. My name's Scott McAdoo. When I'm not fighting crime, I am fighting friction. So I am here with my 2013 Chevrolet Suburban. It has the 5.3 liter V8 engine in it, gas engine, and it's engine code number 7. So this vehicle, I'm going to be doing my annual oil change. I'll be using the AMSOIL Signature Series 5W30. That is AMSOIL's A-level top tier option. What I love about this oil is that, again, it's good for once a year. So everywhere, here we are in November, every November, I know it's time to change the oil. So now with this, though, we do have a couple great different options. So AMSOIL, synthetic oil company, we offer 3 high-level ABC synthetic options. Okay, now let me go over those real quick because I want to let you know you have options, you have choices when you're upgrading to AMSOIL for your vehicle. So 3 outstanding synthetic AMSOIL options for you. So today we're going to be using AMSOIL's top tier Signature Series 5W30. Again, why I love this, it is the absolute benchmark in performance, protection. Your engine's going to run cooler, it's going to run cleaner, it's going to reduce wear, it's going to reduce oil waste, it's going to maximize fuel economy, everything you want and need and are looking for in an oil. And the best thing I love about it is guaranteed once a year or every 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. However, if you start getting into some severe duty, let me show you here. So here you go, the back of it. Normal service, once a year, 25,000 miles, 700 engine hours, whichever comes first. However, you get down into severe duty. So this is for all of you out there who they're using, you're sitting in traffic a lot, you're hauling, you're towing, you're plowing, you're idling all the time, police cars, taxi, Ubers, all the above. A lot of traffic. So around here, what I do, I never hit the mileage, but I know that I can safely go 15,000 miles 1 year, whichever comes first with this oil. All right. So that's what we do. And I know every fall, it's time to change my oil. Don't have any issues. My car runs outstanding. So this, again, is that top tier A-level option, okay, for those of you who demand the best. And your cars and your trucks will love it. However, it's not for everybody. All right, it does come with a little higher price, but when you look at the total picture, it is by far the lowest cost. However, a lot of folks are price conscious, so they go down to our B option, which is our XL. All right, it's a boosted performance compared to our C level down here, but it's going to be guaranteed for 12,000 miles or 1 year, whichever comes first, okay? And then our C level, this is designed for the folks that say, you know what, Officer Oil, just give me a really good synthetic oil, and I'm just going to change it whatever my book says. So it's called OE, stands for original equipment. It still outperforms that GM Dexos 1 Gen 2 spec by almost 50%. So it's incredible protection, but it is guaranteed to last as long as whatever the owner's manual recommends for an oil change or whenever that oil life monitoring system kicks on, okay? So 3 great choices, C, B, A. Again, I love the Signature. I want the best for my vehicles, and I know that even though this has a little higher price, it has a much lower cost when you factor it all in. Plus, I only got to mess with it once a year. All right, so let's get in here and start changing the oil on this thing and get this liquid gold in. All right, so before we get going here, you might be wondering, what oil do I stick in my vehicle? Very easy. We have an incredible online lookup guide. Very simple. You just go to my webpage, officeroil.com. There we go, officeroil.com. We just click on the application guide. By the way, I want to show you lots of different options here. Auto, light truck, everything for your boat, your ATV, your jet ski, your heavy truck. But for this one, we're just looking at our vehicle. So all you do is scroll down here, find the year. In this case, it's a 2013 Chevy truck. All right. We come down here to Suburban. It's the 5.3 8-cylinder, engine code 7. And what we've done is we've built an easy lookup guide to see exactly what your vehicle takes. So 6 quarts of oil, gives you a torque on the drain plug, gives you some different notes here, part numbers, all right, pulling right out of the owner's manual. So you got the A level, A option, B option, and C option. All right, the oil filter, going to be using the Wix 57060. Okay, the AMSOIL EA 15K53 will also cross-reference to this. But moving on down, anything you need, your air filter, all right, your coolant capacity, transmission. Look at this, transmission capacity. How much do I need? The Easy Packs, incredible. All right, got an A and B and C option, A and B option for you there. Front diff, rear diff. Boom. Super, super, super. Transfer case. All right. Power steering fluids, brake fluids. Your fuel treatment. All right. We're going to be adding that in here as well. Grease for any of the chassis, the heavy duty metal protector spray, light duty silicone spray, anything else, power foam, air induction system cleaner. Love that stuff. Miracle Wash, brake cleaner, mud slinger, engine degreaser. So it's all right there. So all you have to do is click, add to shopping cart, boom, add to cart. Goes in there, easy checkout, super, super simple. All right, we're underneath. Everything's been nice and warm. Make sure you warm it up really well to get all that oil nice and warm so it's going to flow out easy. So I've had it running for a bit. All right, so got your drain plug right here. Very simple. All right. There we go. Get this ready here. Now what I like to do is even lift this thing up just a little bit here, just to try to catch some of that so it doesn't shoot out too far. And here we go. There it is. Coming on out. No sludge, got a little color. No worries about the color. That's the oil doing its job. It's catching all that contaminant, keeping it suspended so all that sludge doesn't start clinging to the internal components of your motor. So super, super good job. And again, nice to know that I only got to mess with it once a year. All right, so we'll let that start draining out here. Let that fill up. Nice and warm. Nice, good smell. We'll let that fill up here. All right, still dripping out there a little bit, but we're going to move on to our oil filter next. Now, as I mentioned, the AMSOIL EA 15K53, when I put this on last year, was not available due to all these nasty supply chain issues. We are certainly not immune at AMSOIL, but we always do our absolute best to keep everything stocked up. So cross it out to the Donaldson filter here, okay? So it's the P550794. All right, cross that out. And everything's absolutely been fine with it. But we're going to get that off, and we're going to put on a new Wix filter, actually. So let me get this off. There we go. All right. There we go. Let that drip on out. So we'll let that keep dripping, drain all out completely, and I'll pop that thing off. There we go. Fun doing this one-handed. Come on, there we go. There we go. Whoa. There we go. We'll let that thing drain on out. Drip and drain and empty out. Get all that old oil out. All right, so here's my new oil filter. It's the Wix 57060, okay, and that was listed on the website going through officeroil.com. Now, Wix, they make a very good OEM style filter. These filters are available through AMSOIL. We have our synthetic nanofiber oil filters, but we also have an endorsement where we can get you Wix and Donaldson. As you can see, the Donaldson is on the Suburban now. All right. So now this filter is designed to last as long as whatever the owner's manual recommends. So my disclaimer, okay, so this here should be changed what the owner's manual says, which is every 6 months. But I've stretched it. I've never had an issue, but just be mindful of that, okay? So you should be changing at OEM interval, but I don't drive the thing very often. I probably put on about 7,000 miles a year. That's all, because I do have my police take-home car as well. So, all right, so now what I love to do is I love to charge this thing up and fill it up with oil to get the filter and the internal filter media all nice and wet. But that is the big, great debate. So that is the big, great debate on whether it is necessary. I've had a lot of comments from you. Thank you. Again, comment below. I want to hear from you. But is it necessary to charge this up and put oil in the filter before I put it on? I get a lot of yays. I get some nays. I get some, it doesn't really matter. So I like to do it, okay? There are instructions right there, folks, telling you to do this. It's upside down. But I like to do it just so it's not completely dry. Again, we got the AMSOIL A-level Signature Series, but let's fill this thing up. There we go. And then, all right. And then, I'm gonna get my finger in here. I'm gonna wet this gasket up so we don't put on a dry gasket to get a much better seal when you're spinning it on there. Don't forget to put on a new oil drain plug gasket. I picked this kit up here. It was on Amazon. I think it was about 20 bucks, and it has great coverage. So make sure it's a great idea just to replace that gasket every oil change, because I'd hate to have this thing drip and stain the driveway up. So good, easy insurance. All right, new oil filter. Went and wiped this down, cleaned it up. Still dripping a little bit out of my drain plug there. But let's spin this thing on. Come on, there we go. All right, so let's get this thing started. There we go. Thing spun on. All right, all snugged up. Okay, don't crank it down. You're gonna break the gasket and it's gonna be really hard to get off. Plus it's just in an awkward spot anyway because I have this here. All right, so that is on. All right, still dripping a little bit, but I'm not gonna sit here and wait all day. And it's okay to have a little residual in there. I'm gonna wipe it down. Put back in my drain plug with my new gasket that's lubed up. All right, let me snug that up. You come in here and tighten this up. All right, so everything's on. I always like to take the AMSOIL brake and parts cleaner and just give everything a little shot. This is incredible formula. It comes in a big 19-ounce can, so it's bigger than most of the others out there, so you get several more ounces, but it'll quickly remove all your gum, your oil. It doesn't leave any residue. It's a non-flammable formula. It's got an incredible stream on it, but doesn't really take much here. Again, I should be wearing some safety glasses, but I'm not. So just get a little wipe there and just clean up that work area, anything it might have dripped on. There we go. Okay, so let's get our first quart of AMSOIL liquid gold in there. Signature Series 5W30, the benchmark and the best performing motor oil on the planet, right here. So here we go. Let's get it on in. And every time I do this, I swear I hear the motor go, ah. So take 6 quarts. Get all these dumped in. 1 down and 5 to go. And last one, number 6. Here we go. Ah. That's it. So get that liquid gold in there. And there we go. Perfect. All right, so my last quart of oil is in there. I'm going to be adding the AMSOIL PI. It's the gasoline performer fuel additive. What it's going to do, it's going to clean the injectors, clean the valves, clean the combustion chamber. For best results, add it in with a full tank of fuel every 4,000 miles. But a lot of folks, great time, they don't do it. They don't do it every 4,000. So good time to do it is when you change your oil once a year with the AMSOIL Signature Series. So dump it in. It'll treat 30 gallons of fuel. It's a great way to reduce emissions, improve a fuel economy, and get your vehicle running like new. So again, we got the brake parts cleaner in there. But that is it. So we'll get this in, 6 quarts of oil. We'll go ahead and double check the oil, just make sure our level's good. But I am good for 1 year or 15,000 miles severe duty, whichever comes first, okay? So now think about that. So if you're changing oil every 3,000 miles, 5,000, 7,500, I hear all different things. But if you're able to safely go once a year, 15,000, you're going to have a lot less downtime, a lot less oil waste, and they guarantee it. The warranty is incredible. Absolutely incredible. So we would not have it on the bottle here for this long, for 50 years, 1972, and here it is 2022. We would have been out of business a long time ago if we couldn't back it up. So I bleed it. It's in everything that I own. I would always recommend the absolute best and do what I would do and if I was in your circumstances. So the Signature Series, again, has a little higher price, but a much lower cost, therefore bringing you more value. So less oil waste, less oil filter waste out in the landfill, improved fuel economy. You're not having to replace your car as often. It's not wearing out the motor. Just you're going to get what you pay for. So how do you get it? So if you're a do-it-yourselfer like me, here changing it in the driveway, we've got an incredible program called the AMSOIL Preferred Customer Program. All right, all these links are going to be below, but it is a great way to save yourself 25% off of our retail price. They'll drop ship it right to your doorstep. Incredible program. They're always having wonderful promos as well. So great for the DIY and for you out there with the small family fleet. However, if you have maybe a repair shop or a retail store, you want to start offering AMSOIL as your A-level top tier option for your clients. Okay, we've got a great program called a Retail on the Shelf program where we can get you an even bigger discounts. You start out at 30% off with the option to earn some more. Plus there's co-op credits depending upon whether you're set up as retail or installer. All right, and we'll get you advertising. We'll get you some signage. Okay, those links are below as well. If you have a fleet of Suburbans or maybe a fleet of Chevy trucks, okay, we can get you on our commercial fleet program where we can get you starting out at 30% off with the option to earn up to 40% off of our retail price, depending upon your volume. I love working with fleets. I specialize working with fleets, and I get in there to show you how, with AMSOIL, we're going to significantly reduce your fleet maintenance costs, saving you time and valuable money and we're going to keep your equipment, your vehicles, your trucks on the road longer, making money. That's what AMSOIL will do, and that's why you get what you pay for with AMSOIL. So, or the other thing I'm looking for, I'm looking to build my team. I'm looking for other reps, other dealers that would like to come in and work with me. I'd love to train you so I can help you start building your business, and you can help other people to start making some extra money on the side to support your family like I do. All right, I'm a police first responder. This is what I do to support my family outside of AMSOIL. All right, it's been doing this since 2008, has changed my life. I love it. I want to keep growing, have huge goals with this to keep helping people and help the environment, reduce that environmental footprint with AMSOIL. So if you're new to the page, please like, please subscribe. We'd love to hear from you. Love those comments out there. And we're looking forward to seeing you back for more Fighting Friction content. And again, upgrade to AMSOIL. Contact officeroil.com. Visit us so we can put the cuffs on your friction. Thank you.